Hey everybody, welcome to Sunflower Philosophy. I'm DC.
I'm Juliana.
We are both certified consulting hypnotists, but today's topic is tarot. We also read tarot. We love the tarot. It really is a great way for one to tap into one's own intuition. And we often do this just for fun, for ourselves, to see what messages we get. And we often get such meaningful collective messages that we figured, why not do this on camera and see if there's something out there for you. So based on the title of this video, whatever we end up calling it, you probably know more about what we're going to talk about than we do yet. So, because we have not pulled the cards yet. So Juliana's got the cards. She's shuffling them right now, and we'll see what we get. And sometimes, I mean, for me anyway, I actually have learned how I tap into these things. I didn't used to know. I actually learned that through human design, which is also something that I do. But yeah, for me, sometimes the message just jumps out at me immediately, and other times it comes through talking it out. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords reversed. Okay. I hope you can see that with no glare there. The Page of Swords reversed. Okay? I'm gonna put it down now. I don't think I could sit there and talk about it while I'm leaning forward holding it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Page of Swords reversed. I mean, Page of Swords being... it always gives me, like, self-expression vibes. But reversed, I feel like there's a lack of confidence in self-expression or a blockage in self-expression. And that's being highlighted here.
Yeah. You know, okay, here's the thing. While we are recording this is a timeless message because, you know, you'll see it when you see it and you'll get the value that you get from it. But while we're recording this, I'm almost certain that Mercury is in retrograde.
Yeah.
Retrograde. It started, right?
Yeah.
Or is it in that shadow period? But I'm pretty sure we're in Mercury retrograde right now. Why can't I say that?
Because it's
Because it's
in retrograde.
That's why I can't say it, because you know what? We're having trouble with communication. And honestly, I have been having over the past few days conversations with people in my life about how bad communication has been over the past few days or whatever. You know, communication with professionals and personal communications, and I received a weird phone call on a Sunday afternoon from a professional telling me they were going to call me back Monday afternoon to give me information, and it's kind of like Sunday afternoon. That's kind of odd. And then to tell me to tell me they're going to call me Monday afternoon, then never call me. You know, so a lot of weird things have been happening, and you know. Yes.
And for anyone who isn't aware, Mercury in retrograde, it's a astrological term. So in astrology, Mercury rules communication. That's one of the things that it is known for. And so when it goes into retrograde, which is when a planet appears to go backwards in the sky, it just has to do with physics and something like that. But in astrology, that generally means that it's going through some kind of review of past maybe lessons and things that maybe we've already been through before, and it's gotten a connotation for causing issues in communication, specifically when it's Mercury that's in retrograde, and that happens 3 times per year. So you might have come across other people who know about astrology talking about things going haywire. Oh, Mercury is in retrograde, so I had a misunderstanding with someone at work, or I've been having trouble sending this email, things like that. So it does feel appropriate that the Page of Swords is coming up in reverse for this time.
It really does, and good for you explaining Mercury retrograde, because I was just going on and on about the problems with communication and thinking because it's because of Mercury retrograde without even explaining it. So thank you, I appreciate that. But yeah, and I also, you were in on the conversation where I said to someone that I don't normally feel affected by Mercury retrograde, and I'm also having trouble saying it, but I feel like this is the first time that I am personally affected by Mercury retrograde. I know people, like, sometimes they get on, like, to do, like, live feeds and things like that during Mercury retrograde. and they have trouble with it. But this is the first time I can honestly say I'm experiencing it. And now I kind of want to look into the deeper astrology and the aspects of, this Mercury retrograde with other planets and stuff, and see what's going on, because, like I said, this experience is personally new to me.
Yeah, and I would say I don't feel like I'm experiencing Mercury retrograde at all at this time. I feel like communication's been pretty good, pretty much improving. So that's the other thing too, is even though things might be going on astrologically, you don't have to take, maybe astrology is not your thing and you don't believe in it, but even if you do, you don't have to take it at face value that it's necessarily going to have an impact on your life. And there might be lessons in there for you. There might be a framework that works for you that does reflect things that are going on in your life and is useful to know about, but it's not always going to be, a universal experience.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, and it doesn't have to be a universal experience. It doesn't have to be a bad experience and all that. Like I said, I've never noticed it affecting me before, but I do feel like with this card coming out, it's kind of like just, hey, just want to let everyone know that we are in Mercury retrograde, and we will be for several more weeks, and so maybe it isn't the best time to make new plans, or if you do make new plans, like travel plans or like booking planes or whatever, go back after Mercury retrograde and just double check them. Make sure everything's in place. If you set something up online, then in a few weeks, go back and check to make sure it's still there, everything's good. Maybe take some extra care with your communication, both personally and professionally. I know that, like, I have some phone calls I'm waiting for on behalf of one of my parents, and so I'm going to really need to make sure the communication is clear, double check things, ask twice. Okay, so you're saying that it's this way, right? Okay, so I can quote you on that, right? Like that kind of thing, double checking all that kind of stuff. It's like nothing to be worried about or fearful of. It's more about, I think, letting everyone, I feel like this card came out to just let everyone know it's a good time to be on top of things and make sure that people understand you, and make sure that you understand what others are communicating to you, especially about, really important subjects.
Yeah. One thing that also comes up for me with the Page of Swords is not just about, like, communicating and miscommunicating, maybe missing emails and calls and things like that, and getting the facts straight, which is also important, but also self-expression in terms of, like, feeling seen and understood in general, and how I feel that there's a lot of collective baggage, maybe not for everyone, but for a lot of people around this feeling of not always feeling seen or understood, not always also knowing how to express yourself the way that you want to, especially when it comes to things like who you feel your authentic self is, right? Like the things that are important to you, the things that you really deeply care about. Not everyone knows how to convey that and feels confident in their self-expression and in their individuality. And this could be a time as well for you to address that within yourself, because this Page of Swords is in reverse. So I feel like you're not really being called to express yourself outwardly right now, but it might be a good time to look within and consider your relationship with self-expression up to this point. Consider where you've been satisfied with the way that you've been perceived and come across to other people, and where you are not. And there might be some things coming up for you at this time that reveal either solutions to issues of self-expression that you've had, or reveal to you what actually the problem has been, or that there is even maybe a disconnect at all with you and in your relationships and how you express yourself. Because, I don't know, I'm just feeling like there's an opportunity for us as a collective to start to get better at communicating. There's actually a recent collective reading I did on the Sunflower Philosophy Tarot channel that talks about this time, and this is a timeless reading as well as that. So, if you haven't seen that reading yet, and it's a long time from now, it might still be relevant for you, but it speaks of an upcoming time of a lot of breakthroughs in communication, changes in communication, shifts in the things that we feel comfortable talking about and expressing with one another. So that could resonate with you, that could be relevant for you. You might want to check that out. But I do want to say here that if you feel like you're being called to go within and observe your patterns of communication and take stock of what's working for you and what's not, it could be setting you up for some breakthroughs in the near future in terms of like certain relationships that you have getting deeper and more connected, or standing up for yourself in a certain way you haven't before, or putting out even some kind of communication or artwork that you've been holding back on. And I feel like we're gearing up for maybe if this is Mercury retrograde for you, maybe after that ends, you're gearing up for some kind of breakthrough in that area. But first comes the time when you go within and you take stock and you shift your own relationship with yourself first, and how you experience, yourself and how you want to express yourself. And then there comes the time when you put it out there to other people. So.
And I also just got the feeling that everything that's been said about communication, what Juliana was just talking about, and what I was talking about getting things clarified, that it's not just, this message isn't just for Mercury retrograde. It's really about being, from my message and what I got, it's about like you being clear and concise about your needs, your wants, what you're trying to get across, even if you have to repeat it in another way, and you're also getting the information that you want, ask the questions, get someone to repeat it, and that it does not only apply to Mercury retrograde. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's really all I got. It was not really like the longest, deepest message, but I think really important for this time,
Yeah, communication is key, and that is the theme that we're experiencing right now. So whether you're seeing this now, at this time when we're posting this, or at a later time, across time and space, we are experiencing similar themes, and so we can all relate to that.
And even though it doesn't only apply to Mercury retrograde, we're still having trouble. I think we should just try to post this right away, because we are in it right now, and also again, it happens 3 times a year. So having said that, if you want to check out Juliana's other tarot readings, or subscribe for the daily shorts, go to Sunflower Philosophy Tarot on YouTube. And if you're interested in hypnosis or human design, or getting a personal tarot reading, you can go to sunflowerphilosophy.com, our website. We're also on Instagram. We'll put links in the information box below. But I would say thank you for joining us. Do you have anything else you want to add? Like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified. Yes, comment also, because if you have any questions or suggestions regarding, we're open to any topics, but if you have any questions about hypnosis or tarot or human design, please feel free to put them in the comments, and we will probably make a video about it.
Yeah. So hope you enjoyed this 1-card reading. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in another video sometime soon.
Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.